blah 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 blah. Hello there to you YouTube community. What it is, David is I as always, and I am going to be bringing you some Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 gameplay on Interchange, I think. And yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Interchange. So yeah, I hope everyone enjoys it. As you can see, I'm using the most overpowered gun in the game, Type 95, because it makes me really good. And I'm not sure how many times I die in this. It's actually kind of an older game that I found. I recorded it a while ago, and I actually don't even really know what's going on. But it doesn't really matter because I'm going to talk over top of it anyway. And I'm not going to talk about the gameplay because you guys can see what's going on. And so I'm just going to talk about some other stuff. So yeah, what I'm going to talk about today is Counter-Strike Global Offensive CSGO, new Counter-Strike game coming out. People know I'm a competitive Counter-Strike player, and so I was quite excited to see this game. I did get a beta key for it. There was a LAN tournament in New York. Anyone who was there got a beta key from the maker himself, so that was pretty cool. Got to meet Chet, and yeah, so I did get a beta key from that, and I was playing it. You know, I play somewhat consistently, and it's a pretty good game. It feels a lot like the Counter-Strikes. You can definitely tell it is a Counter-Strike. It's sort of made for the Counter-Strike source community, though. I think they're saying that they're making it for the 1.6 community, and the shooting style is definitely like 1.6. But the graphics are, of course, like source, which is understandable. I mean, you can't keep running games off the Half-Life 1 engine. So I think the engine they're running it on is a modification of Portal 2 and CSS. That's what I was told. To be honest, I'm not completely 100% sure about it. But yeah, so that was pretty exciting to get that, to play that. And so if anyone does get the chance to get the beta key for that, go for it. It's worth playing. But yeah, so do that. And one thing I'm gonna I was complain about, I guess you could say. I was watching a commentary on someone's channel. I'm not sure whose channel it was on. Some guy with an accent, probably Swedish, but it wasn't. I don't know. Anyway, so I was watching it, and they were playing Counter-Strike Go. They're usually a Call of Duty player, and they were playing it, and they were talking about how he was saying how the recoil was awful, how he can't hit anybody, how all the guns are crap, and how he was giving just this game a really bad review. And this is coming from like a constant Call of Duty player, not open to the aspect of playing a new style of game. Because he was so used to playing Call of Duty, he would buy the AK-47, and for the Counter-Strike players who know how brutal this is going to sound, he would take an AK-47 and just run around corners, just running and spraying like crazy. Now in Counter-Strike, you cannot do that. If you move and shoot, your bullets are going to go nowhere near where your crosshair is pointing. Like, not even remotely close. Like, you might get that random, like, one every 5 months, you might get that running kill. You know what I mean? Like, it's, especially at the range he was shooting, it's extremely unlikely to get that. And so he was saying all these bad things about this game without even really knowing the game. He was just giving it really negative reviews, and he didn't really know, he didn't understand the game, and so I feel like he didn't exactly have the right to be giving this game bad reviews to the Call of Duty community. Like, it was on Machinima. I'm pretty sure it was on Machinima. Someone sent it to me. Pretty sure it was on Machinima. So yeah, it was giving all these really negative reviews towards the game. I don't think that's really fair, because he didn't know what he was talking about. And I'll try and find the link and put it in the description. And but yeah, as you can see here, I was kind of upset because I just lost my Moab. But yeah, and it was just you have to give the game a new sort of thought process when you're playing a new game. You have to play that game. You can't play all first-person shooter games like you're playing Call of Duty, because quite frankly, Call of Duty is an extremely unrealistic first-person shooter. It is. I mean, the guns look cool. I mean, the game looks cool. You know, everything looks cool, but it's not real. And with Counter-Strike Go, you're gonna notice it's a lot harder than most games that people are used to playing. It has a lot more recoil. You can't move when you shoot. You can't jump when you shoot. You have to be standing still, and headshots are a lot more important, because especially when you're playing competitively, because if you can get that quick sort of headshot and get them down early, and because usually with most guns it's a one-hit kill with headshot. I mean, that's borderline, you know. But in Call of Duty, I know that lots of people, your goal is to just aim for them. I mean, everyone's sort of aiming for the head, and I mean, always your goal when you're playing a first-person shooter game is to aim for the opponent. But in Counter-Strike Go, it's a lot more important, and I don't want people watching these reviews from Call of Duty players on Counter-Strike Go and thinking that it's a bad game. Please take my word for it. It's not a bad game. It's a lot of the players just don't really know what they're doing, and they don't really know the game. They haven't played the game. They haven't played Counter-Strike. So please keep an open mind to Counter-Strike when it comes out. Support it, everyone. Thank you for watching. Buy the game. Try and get a beta key, and I will talk to you guys later.